So you've been playing DBD and BuzzFeed is about to do a video about things you'll never see in your life, and Hatch is number 1. Let's take a look at the elusive Hatch, where to find it, and tips to get that bad boy before your opponent does. For my DBD babies just starting out, Hatch only spawns when you're the only one left on the map as a survivor, either because everyone is pieced out without you, or the killer has voted them off the proverbial island. Killer, once you're down to one dude, it's Hatch time, baby. If you see a survivor carrying a key, it's best not to let that specific person be the last one left, since it could be a purple or eerie key, and they can reopen it if you close it. Now, once Hatch is available, tell your Swift to shut up, crank your volume all the way up, and listen for the Hatch mating call. First off, let's talk about the Hatch offering for Shack. This one is so easy to find, even your grandma can do it. If you burn the Shack Hatch offering, it will spawn on the outside wall opposite of the window. You can just sit there and wait and spam the button. Now let's check out some map-specific tips. I'm gonna touch on those indoor maps because I'm pretty sure that's what like 90% of you are here for, and I'd hate to disappoint you more than your date did last night. The game in Midwich will always have the Hatch spawn on the bottom floor. With Midwich specifically, the easiest way to find Hatch is to sneak downstairs before the last survivor is hooked or moried and run through the hallway. You should be able to hear the Hatch from the hall no matter where it is inside the classrooms. If you circle and don't hear it from the hall, it's probably sitting in the courtyard. Easy peasy. For Larry's, this is a similar strategy. Circle the exterior of the map. If you don't hear it, cut through the middle from the exit gate. With the game, if you're a survivor, a lot of people will just take up residency at the door and take advantage of the fact that the killer has to finish the shut Hatch animation and then get back upstairs and just either open the door straight away or start the light trick. Otherwise, I've seen Hatch pop up at loops most frequently. Hawkins. We loaded and reloaded into this map multiple times for about an hour. What we found is that Hatch likes to spawn inside or in the halls right outside the long rooms. If you don't know the rooms I'm talking about, these two rooms are the frequent flyers. In the entire hour that we were working, every single Hatch spawned in either these two rooms or the halls right outside them. We could have just had some really crazy luck, but for us, it was consistently near these two rooms specifically. RPD. First, Hatch can spawn upstairs, which means you have more area to search. I haven't seen it spawn up there myself, but I have heard rumors that when Hatch spawns upstairs, more often than not, it's outside the library on that little balcony with the statue. Otherwise, I usually just use the exterior trick where you run around the outside and move inwards. I would say RPD is probably one of the harder maps to find Hatch on outside of Swamp and Red Forest. Outside maps. For the most part, exterior maps are going to operate the same way. Get to the opposite side of where the survivor is getting hooked or moried so you have more search time. On most outdoor maps, other than Swamp because someone at Behavior hates all of us on a spiritual level, Hatch is almost never going to spawn against the outer wall. Hatch really likes to spawn in loops. So what you do is position yourself between the loops and the interior of the map to cover the most ground and circle the entire map, moving inward if you don't find it in the outer loops. If you see the killer coming towards you and you don't see the Hatch between the two of you, cut through the middle of the map and head to where you started and go in the direction you haven't searched yet. If I get hit, I use the speed boost to head straight to the area that I haven't checked yet. If you are killer and you see the survivor in the distance, take note of where they are running from. This means that they've gone through that area and they weren't able to find it. So you can either chase them down and try to direct them back to the Hatch-free area for a down, or you can Hatch race and check the area away from where they were running. If you're a survivor running a purple or eerie key, definitely make sure you get as far away from the hooked or moried survivor. The reason is that if Hatch gets slammed shut immediately, you know that Hatch spawned near hook, and you can stealth over there and canvas that specific area. Knowing the ballpark location of the killer when Hatch spawns is a huge advantage. For the Battle Preschool maps, start at the downstairs of the school. We had Hatch spawn around school a bunch when we were testing, but for some reason, when it's down to just me, I swear that Hatch spawns in that basement like it's got a timeshare down there. When you're on Dead Dog, there are some frequent flyers for me, and that is the area directly underneath Gallows and the road outside of Maine. When that fails, go on the exterior of the map. On the bigger maps like Red Forest and the Swamp, it's literally going to be down to luck because there is so much space to cover. If Temple of Purgation is in play, I will swing by Maine to see if I hear it downstairs and then resume the exterior search tactic. Swamp. First off, you're screwed. I've made friends with killers before and they either put me down so we can search in tandem or they just send me off to the lower MMR in the sky because it's been like 10 minutes and we've got nothing. So, we did a few load-ins to figure out where this bad boy is going to spawn and it is legit all over the place. So here's my advice. Stick to the opposite side of the map from the killer and go towards the closest building. So if they hook at shack, set up at main. A lot of times it will spawn around main or inside at the bottom of the stairs where basement would be in grim pantry. Check the 2-story structure. It's small enough that you should be able to hear it no matter which side you pass through. If you've checked these structures, it's time to lowride the exterior of the map. I don't mean like how I've told you to handle the other outdoor maps. Swamp Hatch spawns right up against the wall, so you need to run along the literal exterior. This map sucks for hatch spawns. If you see me in your lobby and you want to give me hatch but we spawn in swamp, I will not hold it against you if you just chuck me on the hook and call it a job well done. Also, fun fact for those of you that play trap-based killers like Hag or Trapper, behavior never fixed that bug where you can't place your traps over hatch, even if it hasn't spawned yet. So if you've got yourself one survivor on the ground and the other one is waiting patiently for that other survivor to bite it, you can search for that spot that will not allow you to place your trap down and right around a hatch-wide area. Survivors can place their items down. It's only on killer's side, so if you are Hag or a happy trappy boy, you can figure out exactly where hatch is gonna pop open and sit there ready to stop that sumbitch closed. If you're a survivor and really need to clear that escape through the hatch challenge in the tome, either bring a map with the black silk cord add-on and only use your map when you are the only one left. You can also bring Left Behind from Bill to see the aura of the hatch and pair it with open-handed for a larger radius. If you have any map-specific spots where hatch spawns for you, leave it in the comments so the rest of us can know your secrets. Good luck out there, kids. Go. You got pets? You got scratches. You got the pets and you got the scratches. Do you have a bear? Yeah? Uh-huh.